if you have it, as you can see, all this above here, above the ground, all the issues that we're having today in our all over the world. And this is the reason why in below, why we're having these issues. So just as one must feed the roots of a tree to produce healthy specimen, what if we approach our health in a similar way, a new way of looking at things? So we have to do this some connection, is the brain and the body. We're all as a whole, and that needs to be connected. So this is the new way of looking at disease. For you, or for some of you, might be new, or some of you be that you have looked at it before. So as we see, it's blood, which is the hormone, nutrients, and immune. Nerves is the somatic and automatic. Chi, which we call it the energy or the blood flow throughout the body. And through that, the body is what? All our organs, including also as our skin, which is the largest organ in our body. And as we were born, we had 100% normal function, and everything is at ease and vital. But if we start having a malfunction, then what? Disease will develop. And then the symptoms, which are not common, and that's what cause all our illnesses. And what we call it is the metabolic chaos, which we have the abdominal pain, the joint pain, frequent colds, headaches, unstable blood pressure, cholesterol, definitely obesity, gastritis, and then leads to what? Diabetes and multiple things. So definitely we need to look at the body as a whole. The symptoms are signal. Something is wrong. Like I would say before, if you have your car and you're driving and you see the red or the flashing gas, you have only 20 miles to go, you're going to make a U-turn and immediately go to the gas station, or you're going to take your car to mechanic, to fix it. Because if you don't, then you do not have a car, or you're going to burn your motor, and then you don't have a transportation to go shopping, to buy your food, or even going to work. And if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. So this is like a vicious circuit. And our health is the same. So the new paradigm is to focus on resolving the metabolic chaos while providing some intelligent relief care, okay? So pills, surgery, these are just emergency. So we need to go back down to the roots. And here at this picture, you can see the iceberg. So that gives us what? The picture above what we see right now. A lot of people would tell me, oh my goodness, he was healthy, but suddenly he crashed and died. We don't know why, but he was fine. No, he was not fine. Internally, there've been so many things going on inside his body that he didn't recognize all the symptoms or signals that made him alert that he needs to go to be seen and evaluated. So the autoimmune disease, cardiovascular, fatigue, pain, diabetes, cancer, this is all above. Okay, but what happened below us to lead us to this above what we can see? This is the root causes and the issues within. So the gut dysfunction, the dysbiosis, inflammation, hormone imbalance, immune system, nutrient deficiency, cell tissue damage, metabolic dysfunction. All this is caused by what? The food, water, sleep, activity, stress, toxic exposure, no connection. We are not balanced between our body, mind, and spiritually, okay? So all this you have to realize the main majority of all these things, what happen, that is what is inflammation. So inflammation is the cause of 99% of all the diseases. Okay, as you can see here, everything starts with what? Inflammation due to what? Inadequate food intake, from toxicity, inadequate hydration. So that causes everything from diabetes, asthma, allergies, colitis, gastritis, obesity, cirrhosis, lungs. So people say, okay, I need a cream for my psoriasis. It's not, no, all the problem will come from the gut itself. Okay. So now let's discuss the specific example of condition where the root causes are combination of different kind of stresses. Okay, as we say, the stress is one of the #1 killer here in the USA and all over the world. The mental health issue, obesity, and gastritis. This is just to mention few. So the mental and emotion stresses are what? The worry. Through the pandemic, we went 3 years being very in fear, stressed, anxiety, and leading to depression, feeling guilty because you cannot take care of your family member. And with all these things, what happened, it traumatized us. So the trauma is not just as a physical or being in the war. That's how it got categorized, being PTSD, No, we are going as human being in our civilized world that we having a trauma every day. Okay, and I have to tell you, I worked with PTSD back in the 80s and 90s. I was a flight nurse with the Air Force, and thank you all the veterans for your service. I did 10 years evacuating our servicemen from overseas come back to statewide. And I was known when people or a soldier or thing it was very stressed. Right away, I implemented simple things because we couldn't give them medication, and we're flying the C-130. So we had to calm them down so to minimize the stressors until we reach our destination. So definitely trauma has a big effect in our health, which leads to what? To pain. If you're aching and you're so inflamed, then the joints, the gut, the stomach, the back, the headache, all these. And then at the end, we're going to lack our purpose. So all paved the way for overeating combined with inactivity and hormonal imbalance, digestive issue, and sleep issue. All this will affect your health. So now we're going to we talked about gastritis. Okay, what is it? Why is it a big important thing? Pathogens. And then we have alcohol. Okay, and then we're going to have also
Do you want to listen to Amira?
Depression, people don't realize why does it affect the stomach. So remember, when you're depressed or stressed, your parasympathetic system is in a kind of fight or flight state. So that affects all the blood circulation because you're ready to fight. So if you see a lion there, you're gonna everything shut down. So you get your full energy. So you're gonna run away, right? You're not gonna stand there. And then the viruses, as we know, we went through the past few years how the virus unfortunately affected us. And then it increases excessive stomach acid. With stress, definitely the stomach acid increases in our gut, in our stomach specifically, okay? So from that, what happens is, as you can see, this is the stomach, and on here on the right corner, you see with increase of acidity, it eats in the wall of the stomach, which leading sometimes to bleeding. And somebody was just asking me, does that affect bleeding in the gut? What happened? Yes, unfortunately, it's sad enough that some patient I've seen in ICU that bled to death due to the constant severe gastritis and bleeding to death. Okay, so stomach onset. Here it goes, inflammation. Inflammation is the cause of gastritis, of the ulcer, of the stomach pain, okay? So remember, and what is the risk factors, So term of use of the non-steroidal medication and all what we take over the counter that uses to say Tums, for instance, or some medication, anti-acid. We need some acid in our stomach, but it has to be limited, because acid help us with digestion, but if it increases, then it does more damage. So there's a lot of natural way for treatments. It doesn't have to be all medication, but let's start with the holistic part, the approach to minimize all the side effects of the medicine that we know of, okay? Alcohol, caffeine, increase of and smoking. So intake of caffeine, coffee is good. I tell people drink coffee, but healthy coffee. Don't add the sugar. Sugar is our number one, killer in everything. It's in every food, okay? So definitely minimizing the food. So like you see, 2 in every 3 adults are overweight or obese in our country. That is amazingly, incredibly high, right? So that's how we need to know, as with military, if we have veterans in there. Now, back then they used to weigh us, but now they don't. They take your abdomen measurement, because the more circumference of your abdomen increases, that means what? That your BMI increases. That means you're in the category of obesity, okay? So here, cause of obesity, like we talked, medication, sweet drinks. People don't realize how much sugar it contains in all these products, and the junk food. People love it. It tastes good, and that's the reason why it's made, because it's exactly like an addiction. Sugar is addiction, okay? It's very addictive. So the gut hormones, smoking, okay, genetic, lack of sleep, inactive, overeating. Okay, what's the health risk of obesity? Hypertension, okay, increasing cholesterol, kidney problem, the gout, which is the joint problem, respiratory disease, so diabetes, like we talked about, and so many more. And also the brain. I mean, now we're talking not just the stroke, but also the fog. People say, I feel fog. I don't know. I cannot focus. Why? Because all due to the inflammation in the body. Okay, so now with all this going on, what we're going to do, we call it the metabolic chaos, okay? So you if somebody likes to do puzzle, so here is everything. And now is the trick to put the pieces back. We were born with a very healthy body, we were blessed with that, but unfortunately things are broken down. So now we are in a chaos. So what we're going to do with that during that chaos? We need to put the pieces back. So that's what we call it now, is called the integrative and functional approach to health. So we're integrating. I love that word, because I cannot say I'm just going to go with my oils, with massage, with breathing, with all that. No, I got to go with the Western medicine to kind of like check my labs, do my x-rays to confirm that's what we have and how bad it is, so we can move on. Okay, and it does work well. And I definitely used it for now. I've been in the healthcare system for 40 years, and mostly in ICU and trauma. And but prior to coming to Texas in 2010, I was in North Carolina, UNC Chapel Hill, and also Duke, collaborated with them with the integrative department. And we did research showing and proving integrating the Western and Eastern medicine does make a difference, okay? So we did tests, we did those studies, we did so many things, and the recovery is so much better, less expense, cost effective in our healthcare system, and in from your pocket, and also as your family, that you get healthier better. And that's why I'm happy that our healthcare system today with the Bexar County is educating you, because I believe education is very important to make you more aware what's out there, that it can help you to learn all the prevention to help you, okay? So without education, you will never know what's out there in the field that is updated from the healthcare, okay? So awareness is important, but to know what to use and what to do to help with prevention. So like here, People come and ask me so many questions. Can I be better? Can I be better? Yes, but I need you to commit to your health. If you're willing to do it, believe me, the job it'd be so much easier on me and you. Okay, I'm your guide. So I'm a wellness, I'll call it a holistic wellness functional medicine coach. And a lot of people come and ask me, it's like, if you are not committed to help yourself, then I'm sorry, it's not going to work. If we go work in hand, because it's hard. It's easy to get where you are now, but to go back and normalize and be healthy, it takes a lot of effort, dedication, and also commit. It's like a marriage, okay? Or is it like a job you have? You are committed. You committed yourself today to be on the Zoom, and welcome. And I thank you. And I hope you refer other people to that Zoom when it's posted on the website, because commitment makes a big difference and you can see the outcome and you love it. And I love when I hear from my client from all over cross country and overseas, Amira, you help me. And it's not just helping you being you as a coach. I guide you where to go. And maybe I can't do everything, but I can tell you maybe where to go and have also other services. Okay, so commitment is so important. And then the professional, now you're going to get what? The professional guidance. With my experience and my partner Valerie experience, we combine it, and also Nancy. Nancy, why did she put me here? Because we have good mutual concept if that their health is your wealth. And by doing that, we're teaming up to help our community here in San Antonio to be better, healthier. You're going to see later on the statistic about what is San Antonio considered in the USA. So what we're going to work on, what is it? It's everything. People say, well, I just want to lose weight or have pain in my knee. I want my knee fixed. Your gain weight was not magically. It happened for several things, okay? And caused the pain in your knee. So the personal power is so important. You have to have between life and work, the balance. You have to listen to your body. Like I said earlier, you see your card and you see the red light, you go immediately. But if you have a twitch or you have a slight headache or you have a pain, oh, I'll just take a Tylenol or ibuprofen and I'll be fine. No, you're not going to be fine, because it's just a Band-Aid. It's going to get more and more. Something is cooking inside. It's like a pressure cooker, I call it. So love and social network, social and caring for others and others caring for you is so much, it's beautiful. We are human beings and we need to be connected. Unfortunately, we were disconnected for a period of time in the past few years. Now we need to be reconnected. So enjoy time with your friends and family. Appreciate natural beauty. Laughter is the best medicine. Music, like I put that music and Miss Heather says, oh my God, I feel like dancing. Yes, dancing is an exercise and moving your metabolism and moving your lymphatic system. So it's so important, okay? Communication, okay? Express yourself. And if you feel something, just ask. Asking question will lead you. If you don't ask, like now we are going to have the period of question and answer. If you are, embarrassed to say something, we have different ways how to communicate together and say it. But sometimes people don't ask, but who wants to ask? I'm sure a lot of you have the same question. Okay, so be listening to other people, the good thing, the positive. We want to be positive. Positive energy makes a big difference in our health, by the way. Okay, intuition and mental function. Seek intellectual challenges, eliminate stressful situations. Okay, and sleep. Sleep is the key. If you do not get well sleep and deep sleep, then what? You're going to be not very healthy. So remember, that is so important. The next one is personal mission, spiritual connection is so important. We're going to be doing this session about breathing, visualization, and affirmation. These are so important. Movement. I can give you simple things for movement. I know with the hot outside, don't go and run and walk in the middle of the day with 110 degrees. That's not good, because you're going to have a lot more pain, because you're going to get easily dehydrated, okay? So the main structure of a balance is what? The healthy body. So definitely nutrition is the number one, but everything is intertwined and interconnected. Healthy food, very good hydration, and very important, minimize the sugar. So this is the healthy aging and disease the prevention. So now we're having our populations in crises, major crises. Look at those statistics, okay? It's incredible. Here in San Antonio, we are number 12 worst nation in the obesity. And in Texas, 46.9 of our African-American women considered obese. This is alarming. Look at these numbers. So you be having these videos, look at these numbers. 34 of the adult population that have not even been diagnosed as diabetes. Can you imagine that? Anxiety and depression just increased up to 33% just beginning of this past February. This is alarming. We need to take care of our health. So here's a short video I'm going to let you watch it.
Fat people. Over 40% of America is obese, putting almost 1 of every 2 Americans at extreme risk of heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and death. But I wondered, why are Americans getting so fat? So I drove to McAllen, Texas, the fattest city in America, 6 years in a row, to see if I could find any answers. But first, I needed some breakfast. What a burger. What do people usually get for breakfast here?
Number 21.
Okay. So people usually get this for breakfast.
Yeah, it's very popular.
980 calories.
Really?
Yeah. All right, McDonald's breakfast. Yeah, the guy in front of us is a pretty big dude. Are built to help morbidly obese people move around the mall. I thought I was in Wall-E for a second, but the question was, do you know why McAllen's the obesity capital?
The food,
Okay.
and they don't walk.
Why are people so big?
People like to eat junk food like chips or McDonald's and all that stuff.
And then, out of nowhere, I met this guy. Yeah. After proving food is too accessible in America, I had made it to David's house so he could show me why he's so passionate about destroying obesity.
Started doing it for these two people right here. That's my brother and sister, Mary and Henry, who passed away from diabetes. So I don't want anybody to have to go through what my family's had to go through, losing a brother and a sister, having another sister go blind. It's a really tough thing to see with the people that you love most. Eat healthy, exercise, and good things are gonna happen.
Okay, America has hope?
America does have hope.
After seeing obesity kill David's family, I flew to Florida to meet a guy named Mark.
Mark, yes sir.
You were on the show, My 600-Pound Life, on TLC.
Right.
You lose 184 pounds, you go to the doctor, and he says, hey, now you're at the point where we want you to do the weight reduction surgery, right?
Yeah, I did everything the doctor asked. I lost weight. He's like, okay, cool, you're approved for surgery. It's like, well, hold up. I'm kind of feeling this right now. Let me do this. He's like, okay, we'll go again. Go lose another 50 pounds. And I lost like 40 pounds. You know, it's like, okay, cool, great job. Let's get you into surgery.
And the surgery is a stomach reduction surgery?
Yeah, they cut your stomach.
Okay.
He said I have a 5% chance with the surgery and a 0% chance without.
Okay.
And I knew that my work ethic alone was going to eliminate that 5% gap.
Sure.
So, you.
When he drove back to his parents' house, Mark did something he thought he'd never be able to do again. What's up?
I don't think.
Oh, seatbelt?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fit on me though.
6-minute drive. Okay.
I haven't worn a seatbelt in years, bro.
Actually?
For real, yeah.
All right.
For real.
That's kind of crazy.
Kind of feel almost normal.
Hell yeah, man.
Don't give up, man.
With the click of Mark's seatbelt echoing in my ears, I realized that if a 700-pound man can turn his life around, then so can America.
Okay, so like I said, there is hope and we can help. So if you have any question, these are my information with Gemelina Functional Wellness. And here's that, you can see that later and get the information and connect with us. So here we're gonna go into the type of meditation. So the breathing, what we do is a little bit different than the usual things. We're gonna nasally do the breathing through our nose, okay, nasally. So because that proved so many years that the nitric oxide increases when you breathe through your nose, as babies do. So, but unfortunately, as we got older, we've stopped breathing through our mouth, which is not very good. And that's how we have a lot of history due to the diabetes, obesity, anxiety, mental health. We're all breathing now through our mouth. And that causes a lot of hypoxia. We don't call it hypoxia. Hypoxia means not enough oxygenation in the blood, which decreases the oxygen in the blood circulation. And that's why we're having a lot of issues with our body and our minds, okay? So what I'm gonna show you, start with to breathe in through your nose and mouth, no mouth, okay? So you take, and I'm gonna count to 3. So you get 1, in, 2, 3, hold 2, 3, and exhale 2, 3. And so I'm gonna just do the demo now. Inhale. And you hold 2, 3, relax your shoulder, relax your neck, and then you exhale 2, 3, okay? So I wanna hear some noise when you're breathing. So you go, and you hold, and you exhale, okay? So, and when you're sitting, you're gonna sit comfortable, kick your shoes off, and sit erected, your back, shoulder relaxed, your hands on your legs with the hands up. Hands up, why? Because you're circulating the energy, the chi, what we call. We studied that chi, me and Nancy, many years ago, and we went all over here in Texas and different places, and we showed so many people, miracles happen just by breathing the proper way. So I'm excited that, and with the proper way, like I'm going to tell you, that helps breathing to relax, minimize anxiety, improve circulation, minimize pains, and sleep well. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to get ready, and we're going to start the meditation. Okay, just shake your body, relax, sit erect, your hands, legs and your thighs, or whatever you feel. You can sit on the chair, on the couch, wherever you are right now, at home or in the office if somebody's still working. And first of all, I'd like to thank you that you're joining me with this guided mindfulness moment that will help you not just now, but definitely throughout. And I hope to see you again and teach you even more steps of love and healing. Yeah. Now we're gonna start. We're gonna close our eyes slightly, just to look at the horizon. Rest your hand on your hip, your palm facing up. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths through our nose and exhale through our nose. Deep breath. Shoulder lowering, your rub something on your face, your head, mind, eyes, whole body. While you're breathing, yourself. That you're in, your mind, connect to yourself, true self, inner self. As you're still breathing in slowly, holding your breath, start visualizing. Enhance this feeling. As you inhale, visualize the stream of positive light energy entering your body from the crown of your head. With each exhale, imagine this energy washing away any negative energy thinking within you. Keep breathing deeply and imagine this positive energy flowing through every part of your being, cleansing and renewing you. Feel the weight of any old stagnant energy lifting away as you take an energy of power, keeping you refreshed and revitalized. Every breath you take in, hold it. As you exhale all your stress out. Every deep breath that your entire body positively and with great energy and light that is passing through your body. Feeling that energy filling up every part of your being. All the way to the tip of your toe, finger. In, hold it. Exhale through your nose slowly. All the negative energy, all the pain, trauma, all the stress. This moment is for you, through your body, your mind. Heal yourself again. Having saying positive affirmation, you can say it out loud and say it quietly to yourself. I am grateful for all that I have, and I'm filled with joy. Okay, thank you for giving me that opportunity to help you get into a relaxation mode. And relax. I'm very happy to be with you, and I'm here if I cannot help you, and or I can't, or whatever you have, maybe you know other people who would like to be need help, family member, friends, or any people in the community. So share this information with others. So before people will ask, some of our staff or clients or members of the Bear County, they sent few questions. And one of them it says, what can older people like 62, which have joint issue to help improve weight loss? Okay. Definitely, it's like I say, it's puzzle. Every person is different. Everything what I talked about implements to every single one of us. So can you do it? Yes. I've seen it done. And like I said before, and many times I say this story, I work mostly in ICU and trauma. I've seen this lady who came to the ICU, was so sick, unrecognizable. And I told her husband, can you please bring her real picture so we can see her? So we can see what she really looks like, okay? And because she was not recognizable at all. So her husband told me, you know, we call her Michelle. She was beautiful. She is a beautiful human being. And she was the best wife, the best mother, the best community helper. She helps everywhere. She helps in her church. Everybody just walks around, ask for her. But the only thing that she forgot to do was to help herself. And that was sad because that's how she ended up, you know, being in an ICU. And I know that feeling because going through the pandemic, unfortunately, I take care of myself, but due to wearing the mask, I had a leakage of my amalgam into my body that led to having major mercury and lead in my blood, which within 2 months exactly, I gained 50 pounds. I could not walk, barely walk, could not take steps anymore without pain for my hip, my back, could not eat or anything. So it was not from eating, but it's just the toxicity that really messed up my life. But it took me 1 year from being committed and to be a really positive and pray, and with all my knowledge and my supporters from friends and my coworkers, that I did so many different modalities. And thank God now I'm not 100%, but I still have to maintain to take care of myself. If you saw my picture, I was unrecognizable at all. You know, my facial, everything changed, lost my hair, gained weight, like I said, 50 pounds. It was terrible. So, but with multi things, from the holistic part, like yes, detoxing, IV infusion, nutrition, multiple ways of detoxing, and so many things. So, of course, the biggest thing I did was the stem cell joints and IV. So this one helps. So there's so many things out there. Yes, it cost me a lot, but I am here. And that's why I dedicated my time, my love, my heart, everything that I need to help my community, to help them, guide them for the true wellness and to heal from within. So that lady, what she said, yes, everybody depends on what they have, what their hormones. I have to see them. Can it be done? Yes, but we look at the labs, we go at the results, we see so many things that affected. It's like the puzzle. Remember, it's not just one thing. How much time does it take? How many weeks? It depends on your commitment, on the severity of your situation, and time, and a lot of prayers. Okay. The second one, it says exercise is hard for my parents due to injury during their youth, and has been a hurdle for them in their weight loss journey. Okay, so I have to ask questions. There's so many things. What is it? Breathing is one exercise. Vibration is like the vibration machine. Maybe they can do that. So it's hard to define. Like I say, every person is a little bit different, but there's so many things that can be done, like massage, because they activate your lymphatic system. The lymphatic system does not have any circulatory system, so you have to manually do it by walking, jumping, climbing, doing any exercise. So that is very, very important. And then the other one is, the question is 57-year-old and unable to naturally lose weight. Well, it's naturally, what is naturally, right? So you have to have something that is causing it, okay? But there is something natural, which is food intake and hydration, adequate hydration, and sometimes supplements. We need supplement to supplement it. That's why they call it supplement. So it's not medicine. I do not use any medication. Everything is natural what I use, and definitely I wouldn't say 100%, but I would say how about 90% good results, and everyone is happy because guess what? There's no side effects from it. Okay. So I'm open for further question, if anybody has.
If you have questions, you can take yourself off of mute and ask the question, or you can post it in the chat.
So other question people ask, like how much it does cost to be natural, to heal yourself naturally. It's not the cost. What does your health cost wise? So that's a question. But I can help you. So I'm flexible. Yes, unfortunately, I do not take insurance. If anybody asks me that question, I don't do that. But I help you, guide you for where to go and compromise it, what to eat. You don't have to go to the fancy like Whole Food and buy everything natural. There's some food that you have to get them all organic, and some things. And I teach you how to read the label. Okay, what kind of cooking. I teach cooking and healthy cooking appliances, so to prevent leaching of all the toxicity in the pots and pan, to lose your minerals. So these are things that are very important. Okay. And let's see what else I do. Let's see what other question I got previously today. There's some people who have that flex payments. They can use that as for me for my payments, and so far nobody been disapproved because I do quality things. We do payment plans. So I believe if there is a way that you want to help yourself, there is a way to I'll help you I'll guide you through that. Okay. So we have another question. Do you recommendation of natural supplement based on medical condition? Yes, and I do sometimes. So this is how the bad things comes out. They say, oh, supplement is no use. Definitely the kind that you buy off the different places. So you have to pick some, you have to pay maybe a little bit more, but you have to have good quality, what consists of, what are the binders that they bind the vitamins with, like one of the product, very popular product, they use tar, what they do for the road, they use that to combine the supplement together. Tar is not digestible with our as a human being, okay? So that's not a good brand to use. So definitely I recommend, because then you can see the result. So a lot of people out there, they say, oh, vitamins are useless. Yes, because you used a product that was useless. and inexpensive. Yeah, that's why, because you didn't get anything from that. Thank you, Valerie, for your question. Let's see. Who else asked a question? If I
Are there any more questions?
okay. Yeah, so there is a lot of things people, while you're asking questions, what are the different modalities that we use, or you can use it that. So definitely infrared is one of the highest used for pain, for weight loss, for healing. And the biggest thing, why? Because it decreases the inflammation, as we talked about it. Inflammation is the cause of all major diseases, okay? Now, the big thing now, people realize, yeah, the ice bucket, right? So yes, ice cold for a few seconds. Usually the max is 3.5 minutes that you can go in sub-zero temperature is definitely good. Why? Because it kind of like decreases actually inflammation. Okay, so that is very, very important. One of the big things for weight loss is what you have to fix your gut, increase the probiotic, the prebiotic, eat fermented food. Okay, as you eat fermented food, that helps with digestion. Simple things that I tell people, and I love it, and this is my gym at home, is the vibration machine. You can get it on Amazon, and a very simple one. Max is going to be maybe $120 or $150, and 10 minutes on that vibration machine was equal to as you ran a mile. Okay, they used that machine. The astronaut took it up in space back then in the 60s for the astronaut because their bone density was decreased. So the scientists found out just the vibration machine, 10 minutes a day, will increase the density of their bone. And definitely what happens also works with the lymphatic system, so decrease the inflammation. And that's how you're, as you decrease the inflammation, you improve circulation and you're able to detox naturally. So this is one of the big things for obesity, and also for stress. Because as you stress, anxiety, depression, all these things, you improve circulation. That means more oxygenation, and that will help you, okay? The other big thing that I use maybe is the trampoline, okay? They call the bouncing. So bouncing, a little bit at the time, you cannot bounce very hard. It's very exhausting, but 1 minute, 2 minutes, start very slow. That gets all the lymphatic system on your arm, your abdomen, and your groin activated. So that's a very good method to lose weight. Okay. The other simple things is taking a hot bath, warm bath with Epsom salt. That helps you to detox and decrease the toxicity in your body. Simple thing, go grounding, put your feet on the grass. This is very, very proven study that helps with stress, helps with everything. Because this has give us the positive energy that we are born with it, and you get it from the grass, from the ground, from the earth, or the sand, or the beach, or wherever you would like to go. So those are simple things, techniques you can do it to get you balanced, body and mind, and spiritually balanced, and be able to be focused, to able to make commitment. So speaking of work, a client of mine, she had her own business and noticed that they're all during the pandemic, they're gaining some weight. So she used to come to have treatment with me for weight loss, but she says, I cannot treat all my girls and guys at work. So I told her the simple thing she can get is the vibration machine, and only 10 minutes. Do not go more than 10 minutes, please, because 10 minutes equal to 1 mile. It's a lot on the lymphatic system. So she got it, and everybody just joined by doing 1 day of it. Every day they did it, and for $1. So within 100 days, and it was less than 100 days, because she had about 55 people, and after that they bought another vibration machine. So and then another one, I think, end up with 4 vibration machines. So during the break, they all vibrated before they ate their lunch. So when they come and eat lunch, guess what? They ate a lot less. Okay, so those are little tricks that I experience with people, advise them at the workplace. So the workplace, that you spend majority of your time there, so you need to have it. Move, don't sit more than 1 hour, 2 hours max. You have to move, get up, because when you sit down, you block all your lymphatic system in your groin, and so you need to move. People say, well, I can't remember, but no, just set your alarm on your phone every 2 hours, every hour you could, but every 2 to 3 hour max, you get up and just move it and shake it. If you have a vibration machine, a little one, just pull it out, vibrate it, and go back to your desk and work. And that will make you more focused, because your eyes is always on the computer. That's not very good. Make sure you go every day. If you're off, look at the sun in early morning or afternoon. That helps the sun. This is the vitamin D. Vitamin D is very important. And you need to have that sun in your face, on your chest, on your body, to help increase the vitamin D. Without vitamin D, anything more vitamins you take is not well absorbed into your system. So these are simple things that you can implement it at the workplace. Make sure you have good, healthy water. And people do say, I drink water, but it's not absorbed. I'm still dehydrated. Well, infuse your water. So what you put, alkaline fruit and vegetable, which is lime, number 1, lemon, cucumber, or blueberries. Cut them up and put them in the water. This is how you trick your body, and then the body will absorb the water. Okay, so this is one of many tricks that I have, and I tell the people, if they're not feeling well, if they're going through kind of a lot of stress, dehydration happens. So hydration and healthy snacks and healthy meals and exercise. So I believe it's already time is up, and let's see, any more questions? I think yeah, was enough to do. So somebody said in the thing, they said yeah, Valerie stated some information about your abdomen. As your abdomen gets larger, that means you're having more issue in your gut, okay, microbiome. So we need to minimize your waistline. Name of the machine, we can look it at the through vibrations, called vibration machine. We can put a link to it there, or a simple one. You don't want the fancy, it goes up to $400 or $500. All you need is on Amazon. Its max is 100, 120, and you do it on low. Okay, thank you, Valerie. And she put the video link for you guys to look at. Any other question? Okay, thank you again for giving me this opportunity, and I thank also Nancy for giving me also the opportunity to speak with you and be part of that Zoom. And I love to that you're doing a positive thing with your health, and definitely impact big time, and we are much in need for that.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us today. And again, the recording will be sent to everybody. So again, I do appreciate everyone joining, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.